YouTube trick I learned from Philly Captain once on one of his videos. Put earbuds in. People won't think that you're talking to yourself. They'll think you're talking on the phone. So, I'm in Riverside. I just looked at the side near the Riverline station. So, I'm going to go across the bridge into another part. And that's probably more our speed, so let's give it a try. Funniest thing is, I had a guy. I was standing at this intersection here. This is Fairview and Lafayette. I had a guy who waved at me, which I have never had. I was doing some video. Never had that before. I actually switched over from my GoPro to my PowerShot because I had a little more juice on it. Yesterday I did a lot of video in Philly, and yeah, today's May 13th, by the way. Happy 37th birthday to the one and only Robert Pattinson. And you know, I did a lot of video in Philly. I went around Chinatown, went to Franklin Square, Penn's Landing, and I was able to do it all with the GoPro. Now, as I mentioned in that video, I actually mentioned this in my Penn's Landing video, I would always try to make at least 2, maybe 3, depending on where I'm going. I know my first New Jersey Adventures video, which was when I went to Lucy, I made like 4 in one day. And I used to upload them all at the same time. But now I'm staggering them a little. So I'm trying to shoot for like a Monday and a Friday for any of my videos that I make. I also do little YouTube shorts in the rest of the week. In fact, I noticed that my one YouTube short I did in Jefferson Station has gotten over 1,000 views. It was basically, I made a joke about how there is a train station called Wawa. Okay, kids, what's Wawa spelled backwards? I want to check something real quick, though, because I had a problem with my septic key. I did put in for a dispute, though, through their website, but the problem I had was septic key. You tap in where you are going. Oh, damn it, it did it. Dropped me down about 10 bucks. I'm going to have to fix this. I'll be back. Okay, my bad. But, ooh, that's a nice one. That's a pub right there. But what happened was I tapped in at Bristol and I went to Trenton, and the conductor never tapped me out. When I told her about it, she's like, I already signed out for the day. I called SEPTA and they were like, oh, give it an hour. Well, it just took out $375 on my account. I put in a dispute as a preemptive strike because I have friends who work in transit, and they told me, oh, if you don't get tapped out or you don't tap out, they're going to charge you for the entire length of that line. So, entire length of the Trenton line is about $10. So that was my fear. Now, why doesn't my town do this shit? Look at this. They got nicer trash buckets than we do. Ours are pieces of crap. Oh, little doggy. Yeah. It's okay. It's just this one dog was like kind of barking like crazy. And, you know, the guy who was walking it said, oh, he's friendly. You know, I don't use the phrase pet parent. I don't use the phrase owner. And a lot of that's because I don't like either one. So I always say human. Yeah, it's their human. Oh, there's an old barber shop. Although it's for sale. So, y'all want a barber shop in Riverside. Cool. This guy called Walter Zimlong if you want a nice barber shop near a Riverline station. Ever since Princeton, the handle on my monopod always comes off. Because I'm trying to pull it up to as high as it'll go. But ever since Princeton, the Power Shot monopod legs have been coming off. I actually lost the little stopper to put in the middle because this extends out to a tripod. I had to tape it. Another Riverline coming in. That's the Watchcase Tower. I could make it across right now because first off, there's a red light. Secondly, another Riverline coming in. Now I don't want to go too far. I can't go too far in, unfortunately. But oh, this is nice. It's called Progress. And it's an eagle. But can't go too far in because it's gated. And I don't want to really do too much because I heard people back here. I always wonder though, what the hell are they doing with this? Because you can see like in the inside, a lot of it is. The windows are all busted out and everything else. But I always wonder, what are they doing with this building? Because every time I come around here and, you know, my dad and I, like I said, we go around this area. In fact, 4th of July weekend, we'll go to Mount Holly a lot because they have like a big festival thing in Mount Holly where they shoot off fireworks and everything. But, you know, so we go past this every so often, and I keep thinking to myself, what are they doing with this building? Seriously. I mean, like I said in my previous Riverside video, they have been talking about redoing this several times over. So that's why I always ask, what exactly are they doing with this building? Because you can see they started a little bit, because you can see some newer windows, but all the stories I heard is they lose financing, or there's some developer that gets into shady business, and that's why it's been sitting abandoned like this. Which I wish it wasn't. It's gorgeous. I mean, it is. It's gorgeous. I like a lot of these old buildings like this. In fact, I don't have it in my Bristol video. I should do another Bristol Adventures video since I can easily get there since I'm in that area a lot. But there is a old elementary school that was made into apartments like, I think 30, 35 years ago. But yeah, you could see, oh man, wish I knew what they were doing with this because it's gorgeous. So I'm actually walking. I'm going to walk across the bridge here. And, you know, if you want to do this, you ever want to do this, and you want to take transit like I did, from where I went, from how I did it was I went to Trenton. I took the train from Bucks County to Trenton. And then from Trenton, you get the River Line. Now the River Line, I did a video on the River Line. Also, Joe over at Trans Video Productions, my good buddy, he, actually the Joey to my Chandler, he did a video years ago that he put on his channel where he did the inaugural run of the River Line. And you can tell this is like going into like Riverside and everything. So I'm going to cross this bridge over here and let's have some fun. I wonder what this is now. It's old looking. It's probably nothing. Oh, they're constructing something there. But look at that old flag. That's cool. I had to cross the street from where I was because the walkway ends. Of course, Shel Silverstein, your ghost, because, you know, Shel Silverstein is now dead, but to Shel Silverstein's ghost, I found where the sidewalk ends. And then got a little pub and restaurant here. I should go to this bar that I always do in Levittown sometime. There's this bar in Levittown that I go to a lot, Hurricane Jack's. And I go there because the one bartender on the weekends is my cousin. And so she always gets me to do stuff like that. This is the Rancocas Creek Greenway Trail. So, not very green. That's all I gotta say. But it's nice. Now this bridge up here always confused the fudge out of me. Here's why. This bridge, it looks like just your average ordinary bridge. You don't think it's going to be a drawbridge. But guess what, kids? It's a drawbridge. Ooh, nice 16-footers. My dad's into boats. And then you got a little building there. But this part I'm going to go into. This is like Delanco. And, you know, I want to show you guys what this looks like over here, because this is interesting. So yeah, oh, Mr. Honda guy that waved at me at the light saw me. I don't even know who the fudge that dude is. I don't, but I'm like, whomever he is, yeah, hi, how are ya? But I also know some people around here because, like I said in my previous video, my parents lived in this area when I was born. And my mother, actually, she was born in Virginia, but she moved to Willingboro, New Jersey. I think she was like in her teens or so when she did. And my father was born and raised in Bristol, Pennsylvania. And he was over here a lot. He lived in Jersey for a while. He and my mom got married. They lived in Bordentown for a while, which is a nice town, by the way. And then of course, they moved around here. I was born around here, so was my sister. It's weird. My sister was the oldest, because I told you my sister passed away 3 years ago. And my brother, and I'm the youngest, so between us, we have my brother. My brother was born in Pennsylvania, but my sister and I were both born in Jersey. Weird, isn't it? And what makes it even weirder is there's a 5-year difference between me and my brother. And my brother and sister have 18 years, no, not 18 years, 18 months between them. So this right here, of course, weight limit is 20 tons, just so you know. So yeah, you're probably not going to make it across in a tractor trailer because weight limit is 20 tons, and look how thin, look how narrow that is. So, although you may, I mean, Burlington, Bristol, you can. But yeah, we'll see. It's going to be their little thing. This is every small town has these. They're memorial things for people that have died in wars, like mostly World War II. So, yeah. There you go. Delanco welcomes you. Established 1852. Tell this Shirley Rossi Realty has been there for a while because look at the number. It doesn't have the area code. I think New Jersey started with 10-digit dialing recently because I know there are a lot of phone numbers around here that will have the area codes. I know this part of Jersey split their phone numbers. I mean, their area codes. So there'll be some numbers that are still 609, and there'll be some that are 856. And I know, like when my aunt lived in Mount Laurel, it was weird because for a while her home number was an 856 and her cell was a 609. Which kind of sounds like Pennsylvania almost, because I had a landline. And when I had a landline, it was a 215 area code. But my cell phone has always been 267. I was wondering what the hell is going on. Something with my phone. because I had my phone in my pocket, and the fingerprint sensor kept rubbing up against the pocket. This is what I hate about women's jeans, because the pockets are not deep. But yeah, interesting thing about that that area code thing I was saying about earlier. So yeah, New Jersey, like South Jersey, part of it will be 609 still. 609 was pretty much most of New Jersey at one point. I just wanted to show that off because I saw that was an Eagle Scout project. And so, yeah, so yeah, New Jersey used to be 609 in most of New Jersey. I think once you got past Trenton, it switched over. And I know there was like a 201, which is still used a lot in Jersey. And then, you know, they came up with 908, which is there's a lot of places in the central part of Jersey. Let me know in the comments if you think that Central Jersey is really a thing, and where does it begin and end. And then, of course, they had 973, which I know is right around the Newark area, because one of my friends from college lives in Elizabeth, and her number comes up 973 every time she calls me. But yeah, they divided it up. And here they divided it up. And now, like, 609 is still a big area code, but it's not as big as it once was. That's actually a dentist's office. But I always wondered what it was before. Like, was it like a municipal building? Was it a library? Was it a one-room schoolhouse? If y'all from Delanco and you're watching this, let me know in the comments what this building was at one point. I know now it's a dentist's office because look, a tooth. You want the tooth? You can't handle the tooth. See, you could tell that changed a lot because there's an 856 one. There was a 609 one when I was in Riverside. So, yeah. Of course, I would love to know. I have to find it, but I know there was a Riverline station in Delanco, so I don't necessarily have to walk back to Riverside to get the Riverline back to Trenton to go home. Looks like a little coffee house. I'll have to find that. Then you got a bank up here. So yeah. It's all sorts of nice little things. Got a bank. Got a Methodist church over there. This is like any town USA. This is more small town Mayfair feel than even Bristol. And Bristol is a nice town, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not too crazy about it, but I mean, like I said, I'd rather live in Jersey. But you know, this is a quaint little town. And there's a lot of quaint little towns around here. One day I'm going to do a Mount Holly video. I got to get something squared away with a car and all, because my dad right now, he's working on fixing my aunt's car, and my aunt's borrowing our main vehicle, which of course you've probably seen a lot of our adventure videos, which is a Jeep Grand Cherokee. And then, you know, once he gets that squared away, I'm gonna see if I can do like a couple of videos. Maybe drive to Mount Holly one day, and do some videos around there. Of course, I have to wait till October for the big one, which is the the Burlington Prison Museum video. My bad. It's the Burlington County Mount Holly Prison Museum video, because they're closed for sprucing up the joint. I love how some of these houses look around here. Some of them do look rather nice, historic. You know, I always loved, I don't know what it is, but I always loved New Jersey houses as opposed to Pennsylvania. I mean, I guess it's just because, like I said before, you know, I'm a Jersey girl. Can't take Jersey out of the girl. In fact, funny story, I've been trying to push my dad to get a move on, because he's supposed to help fix my aunt's car. And my aunt is from Jersey like I am. And I said, one day I was sitting in his friend's house in Croydon, and I remember I said to my dad and his friend, gentlemen, you're dealing with a Jersey girl. You might as well get it done before all hell breaks loose. This little shopping center has been here for God knows how long. And of course that 7-Eleven's been there for years. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just saw a thing they got Boost. Okay, time for a break, because the Jersey girl needs her Boost fixed. The Holy Grail. So I went into that 7-Eleven and I got it. The Take a Boost slushie. Now, Take a Boost, it's been called so many different things. I still call it Take a Boost, by the way. Just called Boost now. And this is childhood. Yeah, total childhood. Now, if I had to put a taste on it, in the slushy form, it tastes almost like a Slurpee. Almost tastes like a Coke Slurpee in this form. But in its regular liquid form, it tastes a lot like a flat Coca-Cola with lime. But, oh God, childhood. Unfortunately, they don't give you straws in New Jersey. That was pure childhood for me. But yeah, it's one of those things that if you have it, if you grew up with it, you just want it. And, you know, the greatest thing about this stuff, Boost, is they do ship it worldwide. I'm actually going to put a link in the description for the website for Boost, because, oh man, I mean, they ship it worldwide and everything, because I have heard of people, I'm on a couple Facebook groups for people around Burlington and everything, and they always say about how they will be able to Take a Boost. Like, they would go and order it. Like, most of them have moved out of New Jersey. Although I don't know why, because I'm one of the crazy people that moved out of New Jersey that is like, I want to go back to New Jersey. And here, here I was like, I gotta get that. But yeah, they do that. In fact, interesting thing, now that I'm talking about that, pork roll, and I will only call it pork roll because some people call it Taylor ham. If you call it Taylor ham, I'm going to automatically assume you are north of New Brunswick. Or should I say north of Trenton? Yeah, north of Trenton. Okay, so pork roll is pretty popular, as we know. And so it's like, pork roll is, for those of you that don't know what pork roll is, basically I always say it's somewhat like Spam, but it's not canned. And it's more circular. You know how some people fried bologna? Well, not in Jersey, pal. We fry pork roll. So, pork roll, you can get it in other places. Like, you can order it online, or, you know, there are some places that are starting to sell it. Like, I was online, and there was a guy I was talking to. He is in Florida, but he's originally from New Jersey. He bought pork roll at his local supermarket. Only problem is you can't get the right rolls. So, for those of you that don't know, I call this the full Trenton breakfast. You know how there's the full English breakfast? This is the full Trenton. You get some home fries, you know, fried potatoes, and get some pork roll, get some egg, get some cheese. Now, if you want a Trenton breakfast on the go, and I call it the Trenton breakfast because pork roll originated in Trenton. So, if you want the Trenton breakfast on the go, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go and you're gonna get yourself some pork roll, an egg, cheese, and you need the proper roll. The proper roll for a pork roll, egg, and cheese is a hard roll. So, there you go. And of course, there's their school and their library over there. It's a nice area. I always loved it. So, yeah. Yeah, this is a nice town. Further up, hold on, let me turn it this way. Further up from here is Riverside. No, not Riverside. Beverly. Riverside's down. I lost all sense of direction after that take a boost. But, you know, Beverly has some really nice things. There's actually, speaking of the Zerbergs, if you go on Burlington Avenue, you will come across a old mansion. It's now an assisted living facility, I think. But the Zerbergs owned that. And, you know, there was a lot that they owned. Like I said, they were pretty much the ones that made this area what it is. I know the company he started, it eventually became Philadelphia Watch Company. I don't know if it's still in existence, by the way. But it's gorgeous. I'm probably going to come down here on Memorial Day, since I found out from that lady at the Historical Society about their Memorial Day. So, yeah, probably going to do that. That'd be an interesting video, wouldn't it? I might have to upload that one on Memorial Day if I do it. I actually have it where, like I said, I'm trying for Mondays and Fridays with my videos, but I have it where I have a Monday, and that week I'm doing my Monday video for Tuesday, all because of the fact that I can never get this right. There we go. All because of the fact that it is Memorial Day. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun. And you know, I filmed stuff ahead of time and just scheduled it for premieres. So yeah. So definitely ring the notification bell if you do subscribe. Like and comment. If you're from this area, please comment with your memories of this area. Comment with like where you grew up in South Jersey. I mean, I mostly grew up in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, but I spent a lot of time in South Jersey because I had a family here. In fact, I still kind of do, because my cousins still live here. And, you know, so definitely, you know, comment with that. Comment with your stories on that, because like I said, I love this area, and I love hearing the stories from people that live in this area. Also, you know, follow me on social media. I do tend to post a lot on Instagram. A lot of my Twitter stuff is political, mind you, but that's because I do a lot of stuff with activism groups and whatnot. And, you know, until then, I will see you in the next adventure.